Well, ooh, camera's a little far away there. I guess I'm still not quite right. Oh man, 12 hours ago, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. I mean, like make it, like as in I'm gonna die. I felt so horrible. But this morning felt much, much better. First thing I did was listen to the show, and last night I took a peek at the website or the set list last night on .net, and this is how where I was feeling. I thought they played something called Runaway Jim Morrison. I was like partially hallucinating, I think, and just out of it. I felt like I was had a concussion or something. It was horrible. Vomiting, hot, cold, just the whole deal. Someone commented on my picks video, this could be the F Zappa 20 flu game. I mean, it was at the Nutter Center, or at the United Center. I blew it. I really blew it. That was an opportunity lost. I mean, but like I said, I'm not Jordan. Most likely I would have went 0 for 12, fouled out in the third quarter, basically. So, what do we have here? This was an interesting show, though, too. After the crazy Ruby Waves and at the Nutter Center, and then last night, all the jamming, even the ones that kind of went big tonight, sort of just stayed in that type 1 range. Very good, and, nothing, no complaints there, like with the Chalk Dust and the Tube, even the Sample in a Jar. So we'll get here started with Runaway Jim. I mean, what a fantastic opener, right? Just the tempo, it's a fan favorite, it's a good song. So that's and it's kind of versatile. Maybe they'll jam, maybe they won't, so a great opener. They got so many great openers at this point. I know every now and then there's a song I'm like, this is their best opener. They got 30 best openers, maybe. That's why it sucks when they play something that's not one of the greats. And then we get into Martian Monster. I've always been a big Martian Monster guy, but I think reality is it never really does anything. I think maybe the debut of the Chilling Thrilling Night, and maybe its second ever appearance at the Forum. I might not be right about that, but I thought that one was killer. But ever since then, it's just more often than not, it's just not much. I just thought for sure that would just become like a 2001 type song or something. Just a jambulance, when Martian Monster pulls in. But not the case. But Sample in a Jar, however, was. Now, over time, not every time now, but maybe starting with the Baker's Dozen, we've gotten the treatment a little bit on Sample in a Jar. And perhaps I'm kind of turning back on that. When I first got into the band, I loved that song. And then over time, I'm like, I don't know about Sample in a Jar. That's kind of chomper material. But really, it's Trey material, especially when they extend it and jam like this a little bit. Just magnificent Trey playing. If we're going to complain about this and that and his tone and blah, blah, man, a nice Sample in a Jar jam. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's just like, it's almost essential Phish, really, the jam in that one last night. Maybe I'm overdoing it a little bit, but I just really, really loved that. Then we get Mike Gordon's Way. I didn't really see Way come until Urian Man actually called this at the Nutter Center. I was like, wow, that's a risky call if you're wanting to be right. But here it was a couple nights later. Didn't really think of the Halloween-esque lyrics. Mike wants to chop your head off and weigh it. And we get Corinna, which I almost spelled wrong. Luckily, I could turn the R into a capital I. So these two songs are bust outs of the night. Both somewhat rare. Both haven't been played in a while. Both just okay. And Tube, Tube's always going to be just a bit of a crowd-pleasing jammer. And then tonight, much like the Sample in a Jar and Jim and everything else, it was just kind of just a fastball right down the middle. 46 Days, another one. Just a rocker, though, getting the place fired up. Another fastball right down the middle. That one might have reached 100 mph. And then NICU. I would have been feeling that one last night much more. Most events aren't planned. I absolutely love it. And I like that they're mixing in the Page songs nightly. Mike always got a song or two, but sometimes Page didn't get a song. And I feel like I got a couple of them tonight. And most events aren't planned. I just love that one. I don't know. I always wanted it this way. And then we get Cavern and More into the set. I'll be honest, I didn't even listen to More. I just skipped right over to Chalk Dust. Let me know if More was like really awesome and I should go back and listen. Like not one person will say that. And if you do, you're a trooper. Maybe I'm crazy, man. Maybe that was the type 2 part of the night. So then we get Chalk Dust over here. And look, I got a little excited. I didn't think it was going to be Chalk Dust like we've gotten serenaded with a little bit here recently. But no, it just kind of stayed in the fences, though, it was really good again. But I guess maybe they're a little improv'd out. And then Oblivion. And really, Oblivion didn't even really go that deep. That song's growing on me, totally. I got to say, maybe its debut, I probably was like, it's not bad. It jams. It's actually turning into just a good song because last night was nothing special. I still enjoyed it. And then we're going to get into something special. the part of the night where the staffers at the United Center were looking around like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm sure that was what was going on in the Melt Jam. I think I preferred the last Melt Jam, actually. This one just, just a lot of chaos. The last time it seemed like the chaos kind of formed into like actually something, good. I mean, this is bad. I know what Melt's all about, but I do like it when Melt kind of calms down and sort of finds its way a little bit, and then the tail end of it. I don't know. Did they mess around at the end? I know last time there was that really, really elongated ending. I don't know. I kind of already forget. I don't know what happened there at the end of Melt. I think they just kind of drifted slowly into What's the Use, actually, since it wasn't like a set ending Melt, actually. Yeah. The crowd didn't really do their part. They tried to quiet down after a minute or so, but the part where they should have started to calm down, they went crazy. So, eventually they just get on with the song. Pretty good What's the Use, really, but you gotta get that silent moment, at least for a moment, Couldn't pull it off at United Center. And people are fired up, man. People are fired up. I heard they sat through like 24 hours of rain before this. Everything's right. One of the longer ones of the night. I'm getting a little worn out, especially when it wasn't anything too experimental. Just kind of stayed within Everything's Right, sort of the theme of the night. And then we get Page going down again with No Quarter. One of my favorite covers. It's nice to see that Rock and Roll and Loving Cup are taking a little bit of a back seat. I Am the Walrus, No Quarter. Definitely much more, I don't know. I know people like rock and roll and Canadians love Loving Cup, but I'm more of a No Quarter, I Am the Walrus guy, right? I mean, especially when you see that they can, be in there live for that I Am the Walrus. I just know rock and roll would not have got that. And then Fluffhead ended it up, like people were saying the Well's a Fishman song. I think Fluffhead is like a Fishman song. I mean, it always kind of has been, but that bundle of Fishman part got a little scary with it last night. But what a way to end a set. And then The Life Beyond the Dream, Zero. I didn't skip them. I listened to them while I prepared the whiteboard here. Zero, I was like, okay, let's see this, man. Let's see what Trey's got in this Zero. He didn't have a whole lot. It was late in the night. Probably running out of time there a little bit. So, Melt, Sample in a Jar, No Quarter, Fluffhead, most events. Kind of won the night. It was interesting, though. Like a really, really good Type 1 show. All right, guys. Maybe I think even listening to the show helped me feel a little better. Maybe I should have tried it last night. I should have tried that, man. I believe that was a lost opportunity. Especially since I was looking at Setlist and seeing Runaway Jim Morrison. I don't know what we would have got. We'll never know. We'll be back in action tonight. Boom. Hope you tuned in. Didn't miss this. I know I'm a lot later than normal, so. All right, guys. Boom. Thank you. A little different lighting, huh, in the daytime. I like this. All right, this is way too long. Boom.